How's it going, guys? It is Reedy's show tonight. Obviously, the Friday night show with the pre-match. We've got Brentford. I keep saying Brighton. We've got Brentford. Brentford on Sunday. What do we all think about it? It's going to be hard, in my opinion, but you never know. Get your comments in. I'll put the link in as well in the chat right now before we get into it for anyone who wants to join. And I hope you can. Oh, is it going to send out? Yes, it is. There you go. Get yourself in here, and we can talk all about the game. Maybe Wednesday's game. We'll talk about that as well. But let's get straight into the show.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, guys, how is everyone doing? Obviously, it's me with the show, and I'm hoping we got a lot of people coming in today. Callum, I will post that again for you right now. Carmen, how are you? Callum again. Hope you're all right, mate. The link is there for you to join if you want to join. And yeah, let's just get started. So, Wednesday game. We'll talk a bit about that first. Obviously, most people either wasn't able to watch it and saw the highlights, or did watch it but couldn't actually go to the game. Obviously, there was only about 30 people there from what I know of. And it was a good game. Yes, we were 2-1 down at half time. Daka's the man, came back 4-3. Of course he did. No one thought it was going to happen. Everyone was saying, why is Daka not getting a chance? He gets 2 chances in 2 games and scores 5 goals. So you can't blame him for that. And would he start against Brentford? I think he deserves a start. Why not? Maybe put Vardy and Daka up front, but then is that too much to ask? Well, I don't know. But yes, Carmen, I okay? You? Yes, I'm okay. We are getting straight into the comments, straight into the views of everyone about the Brentford game. But yeah, it was a decent game against Spartak Moscow. We will bring Ross in because he's not going to hear for long, but we'll get his thoughts on the game as well. Right,
yeah,
mate?
Yeah, I'm happy with a Daka. Oh, brilliant. But no, I mean, before I talk about Brentford, can we just say, what a game. You know, half free kickoff. I mean, I managed to watch it. I mean, I know some people couldn't, but oh my God. I mean, when that second goal went, I thought, right, we're out of Europa League, yeah. We're out. And then it was good that it was scored instantly again. Because let's not forget, Man U, 15 seconds, as soon as they kicked the ball, not like when we scored it, but 15, 16 seconds after they scored, we scored. Same again. I thought, okay, 2-1, maybe, and then what? 3 of them goals, by the way, were his left foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, left foot. Oh, man. You know, that's kickstarting our Europa League campaign. And hopefully, next game, who is it next? Is it Warsaw? Or is it, I forgot which again, huh? Warsaw, or is it Moscow?
It's Moscow. It's Moscow again, just at home in 2 weeks' time.
4th November. I'm going to that one. I've got my ticket. But no, you know, brilliant game, brilliant win. You know, so obviously we've been under a lot of stick recently. Like, you know, we're coming to a little bit poor performances. But I think this international break has helped. We always criticise the international break. Sometimes when you're on a roll, you think, oh no, we don't want it to come to an end. But after the performances we've been having, I think we needed it. And then 2 weeks, week and a bit, technically, I think we needed it 100%. So great win against Man U, fantastic win against Moscow, and hopefully can, you know, Brentford's a very tough game. You know, I'll say it's for our goal, go in a few minutes. You know, Brentford are a very good side, a very good team. So they have a good side, Brentford. You know, Tony and you know, they're good. They're a good side, and you know, 16,000 or something in their ground, small ground, but the atmosphere, from what I've heard, was amazing. It's been amazing. You know, they destroyed Arsenal. They should have beaten Chelsea, but thanks to that Mendy, they didn't. They drew with
Yeah.
Liverpool. They've had some good results. So I'm going to say this now. Sunday will be tougher than Man U. I'm going to say.
Yeah, I've said that. Yeah.
Think because we haven't played Brentford in the Premier League. We played them in the Championship, or no, sorry, not Championship. Played them in like FA Cups and stuff like that. But we've never played them in the Premier League, as far as I'm aware. We haven't. In history, here's a stat for you. We were the last team to beat in FA Cup runs. We were the last team. We were the last team to play them at their old ground in the FA Cup. So they're basically their last ever FA Cup match at their old ground was against Leicester.
Yeah.
And their first one was against Leicester. When we beat them 3-1 last year when we went 1-0 down. So history in the making for you. But I think Brentford will be good. I look forward to it. It'll be an entertaining game. They're a good side. We've started to pick up results. So it's not going to be easy. I really hope we win. But it's just keep on performances. I mean, we could just talk about Tielemans and Soyuncu for a moment. Oh my God, them last two games have been brilliant. And there's another stat for you. We've got a stat man here. Tielemans has started every game since 2020.
Yeah.
I can't remember what day. But he's every game consecutive. That is some start. I mean, Naki Williams can get one for 203 starts for Atletico Bilbao. I'm sure that Tielemans can get one for Leicester.
Yeah. Comments, Fee, welcome. Appreciate you coming back for another Friday night show. Jack, again, appreciate you coming in. Callum, I did see you in the show. If you wanted to come in, I didn't know if you were if you lagged out, whatnot. Jack saying Tielemans has denied a contract. I know that, but you can't expect him to put his life down on that sort of part. So it's here or there, really, for me. Like if we get Champions League, he's probably gonna sign up. But it's just.
Here's a question though: is that still true though? I don't believe it's true.
I'm not sure.
Where's it come from though? Where's it come from? That's the question.
I don't know, but like I say, talking about the Brentford game, then obviously we spoke about the Spartak game a bit. With the Brentford game, for me, I don't want to say we're going to lose, but they're going to take points off one team. They've done well against Liverpool to draw against them. They only let Chelsea get one against them. For us, it's going to be, if we get a win there, it's massive. It's like the Sheffield United for me, when they were playing so well. And when you go to their ground, when I think they were in the Premier League, we beat them 2-1 with that Barnes.
I was there,
right?
And it was honestly, because they with Sheffield, obviously being from Sheffield, I thought they drew their first, they drew the first game, they beat Crystal Palace, they drew with Chelsea, and then I thought, got a phone call. That can wait. Wait a second.
For me, it's that sort of game where you go there and you don't expect to win at that sort of place.
Yeah, I agree.
You've got to. I think you've got to be happy with a point even if you get that. But I don't know. We will bring Callum in because obviously I don't.
I'm going to shoot off anyway because that's my cue to go anyway from that phone call. But my prediction, if I don't get a chance to.
Right, we'll see you in a bit, Ross.
2-1 Leicester.
Vardy. All right, mate. See you in a bit. Hello, Callum. You all right? You are muted. 1 second. You're on mute, mate. I don't know how. Okay, he's gone. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Obviously, we are getting all the comments, getting people in. If you are wanting to join, Ross sounds out of mute. Yes, he was, but he's gone now anyway. But yeah, for me, it's a no-brainer for Sunday. I don't think we should be aiming for a win. Yes, it'd be good if we could, but somewhere like this, Brentford are a team that you can't not have a good game against for me. And I'd say a fair play is a point for me. Yes, brilliant if we can get a win, but it's a place where it's going to be really hard to get a win. But you never know. I just can't wait to watch them in the Premier League. Obviously, they've got Tony, they've got the other striker, Wembe, or whatever his name is. They're a decent side, and there's a lot of players in there that's not that known, but They're a very good side. Brentford are rookies at a point to prove. I think we have to just bite more than the tank 3-1, 3-2 us. Yeah, it's something that I can't see. It's a hard one. I don't want to say we're not going to win, but it's going to be one there. Like, I don't get okay, Man U, we went out for it. Even at draw, I thought Rodgers was going to be a bit more defensive, kind of base, kind of tactics. He didn't, but he wanted to go for it. He put Daka on. He put Perez on. He really went for it. And maybe that's the case against Brentford. But I feel like if we do that sort of thing against Brentford, it could cost us. I think it could really, I don't know. We go on the aggressive side. They counter us and we just get absolutely battered from the counter. Ian, you played to win, not to take part. Yes, I know that. And like I say, I want to get a win. But it's like I say, it's one of them sort of grounds that you just don't want to be going to and either getting slapped or just, I don't know. It's going to be hard to get a win. That's all I'm going to say. Callum, yeah, I'm not too sure, mate. You can try and join again. It's just you might be muted for some reason. I'm not too sure why. I did try and unmute it as well. It didn't do it. We have to want to win. Yes, I'll say I'm not gonna say I don't want to win because I do want to win. But like I say, it's one of them grounds that I've said. It's like Sheffield United a few years back when Barnes scored that wonder strike to get 2-1 up. It's a game that you don't expect to win, but it'll be amazing if we can do it because it's a good 3 points to get. Sophie also says 5-2 Leicester. That's a big scoreline, but then again, we have scored loads recently. We have conceded loads recently, so you never know. And David also says a 3-2, a 3-2 or 3-1. I'll take a win. I've said 2-1. I've not gone back on that. I've said 2-1. I think Tony might score, but I think we'll do it. I think Dak will start for us. Hopefully start for us. We'll obviously the lineup we'll talk about a bit later, but I hope Dak starts with Vardy. He deserves to start now after how he's played the last few games. Even with Daka coming on the last 10 minutes, he's done brilliant. Ian says we will win for banger Daka. I guess so, mate. He's done brilliantly so far with the 2 games he's been put in to prove. Other than I think the QPR game, it's hard. Willie Moyes says, I totally agree with you. Can see it being 1-1, but I'd love to see it too. Well, yeah, exactly. Say even Jamie Preston, obviously the legendary guy on the Sunday shows, he says away games, it's always a point. Take a point and you're happy. And a win's even better. David Gavin says, Daka might be on a roll now. I wouldn't doubt if we score again. That's the thing. You don't stop somebody. If they're scoring and scoring and scoring, it's like Iheanacho. When it was last season, you kept putting him in, he kept getting goals. Even this season, he's getting goals. But for me, it's someone like Daka's form, even with just 2 games, he's going to go for it if he starts. You're not going to see him go for it. Carlos, mate, what's this I heard about Yuri? It's made me feel sad. Don't be. He's not gonna stamp down on his career now when he doesn't know where we're at. It's the middle of the season. Well, near the start, middle of the season. Well, middle-ish season because it's only just started. But yeah, and we're nowhere near probably where we want to be. But we've had a few brilliant wins. He's not going to just sign because of them 2 wins. He's getting back into a bit more form now. Once we get a bit more of a role, like David says, I think really it could be big. And I think it really could change his mind. Don't get me wrong, the teams that are coming in for him, who is it? Who's coming in for him? Is it Real Madrid? Is it Liverpool? I can't see any of them 2 getting that much money on him. He's not going to go for anything less than 50, 60 million, I don't think. With the player even with just a name on his own, it's not going to go for cheap. Chris, wish this match was live, but I'll go for a 3-2 win. Fair play, mate. I wish you were on it. Give us your thoughts as well, but never mind. 3-2 win, I'll take it. Actually, any win's brilliant, but for me, it's going to be a backwards and forwards. It's going to be attack against attack. It's going to be a good match. That's all I'm going to say. Carlos Madrid, I think, yeah, they're not going to pay unless they really want him, they're not going to pay 50, 60 million for him at least. Unless they really want to. Unless they make a swap deal. You never know. Chris, yes, I don't mind, mate. Appreciate you just coming in anyway. But yeah, it's going to be a hard one. I'm going on Sunday. I know a few others are going on Sunday. Everyone's saying it's going to be a hard game. It's going to be a harder game United. It's going to be a harder game than Spartak Moscow. It's a lot bigger game than people are thinking about. It's not an easy pushover against Brentford. And I'm just glad to go to their stadium, because the last time I went to it's the first time I've been to their stadium. I went to the old one in the cup. I think we won, was it 2-1? With Pratt's brilliant pass. I'm guessing that, unless it's a different team I'm thinking about. Callum Barnes, I'll be up with a point. Exactly. That's my thing today about the game. It's so hard to talk about what the outcome could be, what the lineup could be, because I want him to go direct. I want him to go attackive like we did against United. But I just feel like against this sort of team, it really could damage it. Because you know how Brentford play. They play 4 up front pretty much all the time. They get crosses in. There's 3 at the back post waiting for it. So our defence has got to be ready for it. But then from that, we can really go and attack them. But it's hard. Trevor, exactly. They attack. Our defence had better be organised. Exactly. They've got 4 up front all the time, and they somehow defend as well. It's just... I'm not too sure. It's so hard to talk about, but I'm just happy we've got 38 people in here to get their opinions on. So with the team news, with injury-based stuff, I don't think anyone's back fit from what I know of. I think James Justin is still injured, but getting back into full fitness now. He should be back, I think, just after the international break. The next one that comes up, I think in just the start of November. And who else? Evans, I don't know if he should be fit. I've not seen any injury, like bad news or good news from it. But I just know, I think we have the same sort of side that we did have against United. But Trevor says their manager's quality. I don't know much about him. It's Frank Thomas, isn't it? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about him. I know he seems a bit more of one of them like club kind of managers. He wants the club and not just his career, if you know what I mean. It's like what's his name? Who managed Bournemouth before leaving? I can't remember his name now. If anyone can help me, please help me. I can't remember his name. Philip Bliss says, I hope James Madders is going to score for us. I hope he does. He needs to get back into form. He's been brilliant in the last 2 or 3 games. He needs to get back on the score sheet, or at least on the sheet until obviously with an assist or anything, because he's been playing a lot better. Maz, appreciate you coming in. Evans is back. Yes, he is. And I'm going to put my hands up. Fair play to him against United. I thought it was a bit of a risk, but played well, absolutely bossed it. Yes, he came off in the 87th minute for Vestergaard. And could you see Vestergaard starting? I'm not too sure. Yes. Eddie Howe, sorry. Yes, that's it. He's a sort of manager that you really invested in the club, not just their career, and then he moves on when he's done what he wants to do. I think Frank Thomas is really dedicated to Brentford. But yeah, you're doing well. Yes, he is. Evans is doing well. Yes. Gavin, I didn't see this comment, but I will. The BS rumours are circling again, and I rarely see other clubs in the Premier League with players linked to Man U, Liverpool, or Man City. Only as fact. That's because it's our club. We bring in like unknown players. They come into the squad. They play brilliantly. For instance, Fofana. You've got Mahrez, cheap as out, comes in, absolutely bosses it. Kante, comes and does it, bangs it, goes. It's kind of that sort of club. We're like a Southampton sort of club. They really are going from buying players, or they're producing players and they just get sold the moment they're decent enough, like a Mane. It's hard. Amanda, hi Reedy, how are you doing? I am good. I hope we win on Sunday against Brentford and get up the table a bit better. Yes, exactly, Amanda. Again, I've said it before. I'm not sure if you've heard. I take a point at the weekend. I I feel like it's going to be really hard to get the win. Don't get me wrong, we could smack them, but I never know. Trevor, what's the update on Brighton? I'm not too sure. There's nothing wrong with him, is he? I just don't think he's getting into the squad with the players that we're linking up with in the team and whatnot. I don't think he's going to be put into there if we're playing the three at the back like we have done the last two games, I'm guessing. Philip Bliss, Patson Daka done well so far. Spot must go. Yes, exactly. For me, he starts. You don't drop someone when he's played the last two games. Obviously, yes, he didn't start against Man U, but came on, did well, got a goal, and then started against Spartak and got 4. You don't drop that. Mick says he is out for about 3 games. Oh, is that all Brighton? Okay, I didn't know that, but I'm not sure we would have used him for the next few games at least anyway because of how our tactics and setup for the last few games anyway. Jack says play 4-4-2, get Vardy and Daka run. No, for me, that is a no-go. Rodgers doesn't like a 4-4-2 formation. For me, now, you see that the 3 at the back with 2 wing-backs, full-backs, whatever you want to call them, is the best formation for us. It works well. It tactically is a lot better against players, against teams. A 4-4-2 is just too basic for Brendan Rodgers, I think. Yes, we played it against Crystal Palace. We got 2-0 up, but I think the midfield cost us a lot. Because obviously, yes, Chowdhury came off when he probably didn't deserve to. But we didn't have enough in the midfield where with a 3 at the back, we have 5 in midfield. Yes, 2 fullbacks as well, but still more defensive and more midfield based of a squad. Z says they can do it. Exactly. Be positive. I think we can do it. It's like I say, I just take a point because I know it's so hard to get points at that sort of place. Now he had a bad injury against Moscow, but I hope he's okay. Okay, I didn't know anything about this Brighton situation, but fair play. I only watched the highlights. Obviously I was at work, so I wasn't able to watch it at all. Ryan May 3-4-1-2 exactly. That's the sort of formation we are going to be playing. Rather play. Oh, I've already spoke to Jack about this. This thing I just can't stand. Rather play Ricardo and Castagna right mid and left mid. No, I wouldn't. I prefer Ricardo's no doubts about it. Ricardo's our best defender. Yes, maybe Fofana when he comes back in, but our best defender in the back line is Ricardo Pereira, quality wise. Yes, Evans is in there as well, just with the leadership kind of role, but Ricardo Pereira is our best defender in our club. And he has to play in right back with maybe Castagna on the left. I'm not too sure. But I just don't like Castagna on the right. And obviously, because that means it takes Pereira's position up. He got kicked in the back. Oh, okay. There's so many comments about Brighton. I've not even seen this. Dave says, let's hope we can keep up the form that we have shown in the last 2 games. Exactly. Last 3 games, really. Last 2 games, sorry. Yeah, let's just not talk about before the international breaks. That was awful. Nagosa, is that how you say now? I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Can Leicester try 3 up front, Kelechi, Daka and Vardy? It would definitely beat Liverpool's front 3. I wouldn't say that, but you never know. You could do, but can you play a 3 up front? Unless you play... It's hard. Unless you play the 2 of the players as more of like a cam position, it's hard to just play 3 strikers full on pace in it. Unless you play Vardy and Daka on wings, which I just don't think is really useful for their sort of stature and what their player style are. But you never know. Ricardo's quality going forward, but not defending it. For me, he's amazing at both. He gets forward, and if they're on their counter, he will get back. Carlos says, need to keep Daka playing, I think, mate. Yes, exactly. For me, you don't drop something like that. If he gets dropped now, yes, even if he gets subbed, it's not deserved. He needs to stay in that squad now. He's got 4 goals in 1 game. He scored a goal after coming on with about 10 minutes left to go. You don't get dropped, or you don't even deserve to come off the pitch at that point. You stay on the pitch. If you don't score, then maybe you switch in cup. Then he'll come back and then he'll try again and again and again. Jack, I have a good idea again for Leicester versus Brentford. Go on, tell me. Let me know. Appreciate it all coming in, obviously, as well. Get your thoughts in. Get your likes and shares and whatnot if you can. Appreciate you all coming to do that as well. Obviously, all the comments getting in the way. All the socials are down there, so please go and follow all of them if you can. You got YouTube, Pinterest, I think you got Indeed, if that's what I'm sure it is. TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. But yes, let's keep going with this show. Edwin, Roy, we should play 4-3-3, all three of our strikers. What's your take? It's a hard one. Like I say, for me, you just don't. You could do it, but would that mean you play Vardy and Daka as a more pacier players on the wings kind of position, or would you play a lot more narrow? It's how it kind of works. And for me, the last few games, it just shows that a three at the back with two fullbacks, wing backs, however you call them, is our best formation. It happened last year when Barnes got injured, went back to a three at the back with two strikers, and it worked perfectly. Yes, we didn't get what we wanted, but it worked for us. You just don't change that. Yes, you lose Barnes' position with a more of a winger based position, but for me, Barnes is not done good enough to deserve a start, whereas Daka now has deserved it, Kelechi's deserved it, and Vardy started. So it's all who starts and who gets subbed on. Fee, who was doing the watch along on Sunday, please? I think it's Elijah. I'm not too sure. I think he was debating it. I'm not too sure if he is or not. I'm pretty sure it might be. I can't tell you for certain yet. But please message whoever you need to, like maybe tomorrow, and you'll know a pretty much answer. What is your views on Matters in the last two games? He's been decent. I've always been a fan of him. Yes, I kind of got on his back a tiny bit when it came to the few games before the last two, that he just wasn't interested as much. And that's where in the international break they showed Maddison, well, Roger showed Maddison clips of how he used to play and how he needs to changes and adapt his style. And the last two games he's proved it. He needs to get back to that quick passing, creative mode that I know he can be, and he's brilliant at. And if he gets back into how he used to be, he will score goals and he will get assists and everything. It's brilliant. Matas, when DD will be back, I think after the international break. I think it's either just before or just after. I'm not too sure, but we will be seeing probably Sumer tomorrow on Sunday as well. Again, and quality player. I'm just going to say that right now. Carlos, mate, could be dangerous because the mid will be more open for attack. Is it? For me, it's more of a five at the back then, isn't it? You don't think three at the back and it's just that's it. Obviously, you've got the wing backs who always try and track back if you can. That's what we did against United. We don't look open at the back when we've got 3/5 at the back. Whereas 4, we do, because you've only got 2 defenders. Because if the other 2 are up higher up, you've not got much cover. Jack says 3-4-1-2 with Kasper Schmeichel, Amati, Suncha and Evans as the normal 3. Pereira, Tillemans, Sumer, Castagna, Maddison, Vardy, Daka. That's what we played against United, wasn't it? That's exactly the same formation and players we played against United. Don't change it other than Kelechi. But you drop him now because Daka's in form. That's the only reason. I won't drop Kelechi any other time, but for Daka deserves to start now. Edwin, Jack Frigger, Perez is also a good shot in it. No. Unless he plays in Maddison's role, he's not going to be able to get into the team for me. Unless a sub, I'm not too sure. Okay, I'll be here watching. Good to see. Jack again says, yeah, could play Cam over Maddison, like we thrashed Southampton. Perez was Cam. Exactly, that is where Perez's best position is. And for me, play him there then. But that means you got Maddison. It's either way, but you just can't play Perez as a winger. Perez is not a winger, and that's why everyone gets on his back, because he gets played in a winger position and he just hasn't got good enough good abilities for that. Obviously, he hasn't got the strength. He hasn't got the touch for that, I don't think. Carlos, again, mate, what did you make of Present Marty? I thought they had a great game Saturday. Exactly. They played well. But that's because Perez played in his right position. And Marty, I called it out. Maybe I said that Evans shouldn't have played. Fair play. I'll put my hands up for that. But Marty hasn't done anything wrong other than the West Ham game. I've said that, but everyone was bad that game. So for me, Marty just never deserved to get dropped at all. But we know when Fofana comes back in, he probably will be dropped if we play a free at the back. Rene, we need 3 points against Brentford. We do. We certainly do. But I think most people in this stream right now would say a draw is good enough against these. We know how good they are. We know they could beat us. We could beat them. Like I say, it's all if and buts, but we need to be quality on that day. We need to be quality on Sunday. And we really need to show that we're good enough. And if we are, we will win. But I take a draw. I'm thinking of doing an interactive Leicester career mode on my channel. Go for it, mate. Go for it. Send me the link. Go for it, and I'll come and watch it. I'm not a big fan of career mode. I'm more into the Ultimate Team vibes. If everyone knows FIFA, but yeah, I'm more into Ultimate Team vibes. But yeah, go ahead for it, mate. And make sure you sign Daka if he's not in there. If he is, he's going to be in that. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, appreciate you all coming in. I think that might be the end of the show. But before we go, let's get your score predictions. We've already got Fees 5-2. We've already got Jack's 3-2, 3-1, I think. Get your score prediction after 2-1. We're going to end 2-1 for me. And it's going to be a big game. Brentford have good players like Tony. I've said that. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a very, very tough one. Gail Ryan says 4-2 to Leicester. Good. Steven says tough one at Brentford. It will be. Everyone's saying it. And like I said, I'll take a draw. Carmen, fair play to you. It's going to be a horrible game to watch because back and forth, 1-0 to 1-0, 1-2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 3-all. 5-5 is going to be a brilliant game, but I'd hate to lose. I'd hate to drop points if we're 5-4 up and they can score. Jack, I also have no clue how links work. Okay, mate. But most people don't. Oddfish Charles says 3-2 Foxes. Good. Carlos, 3-1, mate. Well done, Gale. 4-2 Leicester. Nice. And Rene says maybe 2-1, 2-2. Good. Right. Appreciate you all joining. That is going to be the end of the show. Appreciate you coming. But before we go, we will get into the shows for the rest of the weekend. Obviously, you start with the tomorrow's show. Will there be a tomorrow show? No, there will not be because there's no watch along tomorrow. So Sunday, you've got the brilliant Aftermath show with Jamie Preston. I think it's changed to 10 o'clock. I can't be certain on that, but I think it might have changed because his pub has closed for the season now, I think. I'm not too sure. But yeah, then we've got the watch along on Sunday afternoon against Brentford, of course. I think it's with Elijah, but I can't say for sure. And then you've obviously got Monday with Phil to go through the after thoughts of the game. But yeah, appreciate you all joining. Any more comments before we go? Hey, you don't appreciate you coming in. We are just about to end. So apologies for that. But it's been a good show. Again, make sure you check all the socials out. I appreciate you all coming in. Make sure you like and favorite and all that stuff, whatever you can do. Carlos, thank you for all you guys at the FC fan channel, fan chat. Much love. Take care. Appreciate you coming in. Carlos, you come every week. Appreciate you coming in. Like always, like everyone comes in, give us your thoughts. I want more people on. Make sure next week on Friday we get more people coming in. I put the link in the chat earlier. Please join. We want to get your views live, not just in the chat. We want to get everyone's views. Rene, bye, mate. I hope we get a huge point against Brentford. Huge point or points. You don't want to say that. Hey, don't you go into the game on Wednesday against Brighton? I am not, unfortunately. That's going to be one that I probably might be doing the watch along for because I won't be going to that game. It's just one that I don't know. For the price, for me, it's just a bit too much for just like a little cup game. Away, I would have gone, but at home, no. It's for me, it's hard to get there for the timings for work as well, so it's hard. Yes, Brenner, we know it's moves points. That's fine. But yes, I appreciate you all joining. Appreciate you all coming in and giving you your thoughts, and we'll catch you all in the next show. Appreciate it. Peace out.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.